So guys, something really disturbing happened in Mabushi, Abuja on the 3rd of September 2025. A man, his wife, and their young son were all gone in a manner that made the witnesses decide to take matters into their own hands. The tragedy began with an encounter that many Abuja residents know too well, an encounter with Touts, locally called agbero. These men are often linked to the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, and are known for harassing drivers, demanding money, and sometimes using violence to get their way. On this particular day, they decided to take their harassment far beyond intimidation. It was said that the Touts had targeted a family car as it drove across the Mabushi bridge. In their attempt to extort money, they allegedly forced their way into the moving vehicle. The men reportedly dragged at the steering wheel while the driver was still in motion. The car lost control, crashed, and within seconds, the family of 3 was all gone. The bystanders who had witnessed the whole tragedy unfold were shocked at what had just happened right before them. They stood frozen, staring at the wreckage and the victims. Then, their grief turned into rage. In their anger, the witnesses turned on the agberos who had caused the accident. 3 suspects were captured and severely dealt with. Then, in a chilling moment, an unknown person stepped forward with a container of petrol, and without hesitation, he delivered jungle justice to them. The bystanders called out the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, to take action against the AMAC Touts. They accused AMAC Touts of terrorizing the city, harassing innocent people, and now costing an entire family their lives. It was not the first time Abuja residents had complained about such incidents, but this time, the outrage was undeniable. The tragedy on Mabushi Bridge was more than just punishment for 3 suspected Touts. It was a brutal display of frustration from citizens who felt abandoned by those meant to protect them. However, the extreme action taken by the witnesses against the Touts was against the law, as mob justice is neither accepted nor glorified in Nigeria. The right thing to do would have been to hand over the 3 suspects to the police instead of taking matters into their own hands. In another incident, a 21-year-old mother of 2 allegedly stabbed her partner to death during a domestic dispute in Delta State. What started as a relationship when she was just 17 years old would end 4 years later in tragedy, leaving 2 young children without either parent and raising difficult questions about domestic violence and self-defense. The Delta State Police Command arrested the young woman, identified simply as Lillian, following the fatal stabbing that occurred at the Japa Road axis of the state. Lillian's story began when she was just 17 years old and met a man who was 34 at the time. The significant gap between their age triggered questions about the power dynamics in their relationship from the very beginning. Despite their age difference, the 2 began living together and their relationship would span 4 years. During their time together, Lillian and her partner had 2 children, boys who were 3 and 2 years old at the time of the incident. For 4 years, this young woman had been building what she believed was a family, raising 2 small children with a man who was significantly older and even more experienced than herself. According to the Delta State Police, the tragic incident occurred on a Monday when tension had been building between the couple. Lillian reported that something had triggered her partner that day, though she could not identify exactly what had caused his mood to change. The couple had stopped talking to each other, creating an atmosphere of silence and tension in their home. When Lillian asked her partner to collect an electricity meter from their neighbor so that they could recharge their own electricity supply, he completely ignored her request. This seemingly small incident became the spark that ignited a much larger conflict in their home. Lillian forced the issue, asking again about the meter, which led to an argument between the couple. What started as a disagreement about a simple household task quickly escalated into something far more serious. The argument between them rapidly spiraled out of control. According to Lillian's account, her partner became physically violent during their dispute. She described how he began beating her with a cane, using the stick as a weapon against her. Lillian reported that her partner also struck her with a comb and also assaulted her. Feeling that her life was in danger and desperate to protect herself, Lillian made a decision that would change her life forever. She rushed to the kitchen and grabbed a knife, and when her partner advanced toward her, despite her warnings to stay away, Lillian stabbed him in the chest, thereby leading to his eventual death. During her interrogation with the police, Lillian regretted the tragic outcome of their fight. She told investigators that she was not happy that her partner was dead, suggesting that she had not intended to kill him, but had acted in what she believed was self-defense. Lillian explained to the police that her partner had been trying to end their relationship, which was what had led to the misunderstanding and subsequent fight. The Delta State Police spokesperson, Bright Edafe, confirmed that during her interrogation, Lillian admitted to stabbing her partner in the chest during the violent argument.
She has 2 children for the man, though they are not married, but they were cohabiting. And somewhere along the line, they had disagreements that resulted in a fight, and this was used. She used this to stab the man at his heart, and the man bled to death. Where the man for the hospital before house? How long did he stay in the hospital before he died?
They refused to attend to him.
Who refused to attend to him?
The hospital went to.
Why? Why did they refuse to attend to him?
They didn't say anything. They only say he lost blood. Like the first one went to, they said the doctor is not around.
So you are blaming.
Wait,
are you trying to blame the hospital now? Calm down. You were so fast to say they refused to attend to him. Between the hospital and you, that is the mother of the man's children, who should pay more attention to the man's well-being?
It's me.
Okay, so let's leave it at that first. We'll be hearing from her. You can see I'm a bit sad because it's indeed a pathetic story. It's not one. The scene is so gory when you see the picture. It's embarrassing. What's your name, madam?
Bina.
Bina, where do you stay?
Jakparo.
Jakparo. Try and be audible. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21. Where are you from?
I'm from Bayelsa.
Bayelsa. And you are 21-year-old. What's your educational qualification? SS2. Okay, you've not finished secondary school. Did you stop school or you are still in school? You stop? Okay, how long have you known this, the father of your children? You've known him for 3 years. 4. This month will make it 4 years. How many children do you have for him?
2 boys.
How old are the 2 boys?
The first one is 3. The second one is 1.
Okay, what led to this? I know you have a lot of story, but we don't have that time, okay? What led to this? When I mean what led to this, you said you guys were having a disagreement and he told you he was no longer interested in the relationship, that you should go. Was that the case?
Well, that was it, but it was not all of it, but that was the case.
Okay. Did you leave the house at all?
I left the house on Sunday.
I came back when?
I came back that same Sunday.
Okay.
Around 9.
So exactly what led to this fight?
On Monday, that was what?
Just go straight to the point. What led
on
to
Monday,
the fight?
Like, I don't know what it triggered him to me, but on Monday, I didn't do anything. We're both not talking to each other. So he was upset that I went to go and meet our neighbor for the meter, because I told him that I can't go and meet our neighbor for the meter. That was because he wasn't responding to me. I asked him several times, he didn't respond to me. So I had no choice than to go and meet our neighbor for the meter so that he can help me load card. That will have like.
Was his anger because you went to the neighbor for the meter? Was that his anger?
I don't even know what brought his anger.
So what led to you taking this to start?
Well, he was upset with me. He told me that I thought I said I can't go and meet our neighbor for anything. I said because you are not responding to me. Then he seized the store key. The store he opened for me, he seized the key. He said he's going to lock down the store.
Now, we've known that story now. What led to you using this to stab him?
Well, he was beating me.
He was beating you?
Yes.
What was he using to beat you?
He used his hand. With the key in his hand and the airbrush. He wanted to use the key because the key was in his right hand. As he used it, I used this my hand to hold it so that it won't touch my eye, because this I got blind once.
Okay. So where did you now find this? At what point did you find this?
After he mashed my head on the floor. When I was bleeding from my nose, that was when I went to the kitchen to take the dagger.
Where was he? Where was he when you got this dagger?
It was like.
Was it in the kitchen or was it in the sitting room?
It wasn't in the kitchen. It was in the, like, let me say the dining side.
It was in the dining
side.
So you left where you were fighting with him. You went to the kitchen. You carried this. I want to be sure.
Where he mashed me, I was close to the kitchen. So that was when I entered inside the kitchen.
Calm down. When he was matching you, you didn't stretch your hand and carry the dagger,
no,
okay?
I did not stretch.
You stood up.
I stood up.
You went to the kitchen.
Yes.
You carried the dagger.
Yes.
You came back to meet him at the dining.
I did not meet him. Like, I was standing in between the kitchen and the dining. That was where I was standing.
So where was he standing?
He was coming directly at me.
Okay, at where? To you in the kitchen or in the dining?
Where I was standing, that was where he was coming directly. So I told him that he should stay away.
Okay, well, it's unfortunate. Nobody is happy that this has happened. But why we have brought this out is this. I'm asking you that key question because the time you use to get to the kitchen, you should have used it to get out of the house and just go avoid trouble. You lock the door. Well, it is well, but the truth is that now is dead. How do you feel now?
I'm happy.
Where are your children now?
They're with his people.
Following her arrest and confession, Delta State Police confirmed that Lillian will be charged with murder, despite her claims of self-defense and the apparent history of domestic violence in the relationship. The law requires that her case be heard in court, where all evidence can be properly examined. The charge of murder is serious and carries severe penalties under Nigerian law. If convicted, Lillian could face life imprisonment or even the death penalty, depending on the circumstances as determined by the court and the specific laws of Delta State. What are your thoughts on these tragic cases? Share your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more true crime stories.